Well, hello there. Welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So I want to show you how to make a sweet and sour ham. Yes, a sweet and sour ham. And in this case, we're not going to cook the ham whole. I'm going to show you how to cut the ham up so that we can save out part of the ham for different meals, okay? And in addition, make the sweet and sour ham for your Thanksgiving festivities, or maybe the day after Thanksgiving, whichever one you like, okay? Alright, so let me get started, okay? Okay, so here's our ham. As you can see, I paid $8.89 for the ham. And it's a Smithfield ham, hardwood smoked. Okay? Alright, so this is about how big it is, so you can see the size and everything. And it weighs 9.99 pounds, so around 10 pounds. Okay? And the price was 89 cents a pound on sale. It's a pretty good deal. Alright, so I'm going to take the wrapping off of it, and we're going to get started. Okay? 1 second. Okay guys, so here's our ham. Okay? And what you want to do is, this is fat here. We want to cut this fat off, okay? So I'm just going to go all the way around it, trimming it to get the fat out. Any fat that you see. Now if you like fat on yours, you definitely can keep it on yours. And you're not going to get every single drop, but as much as possible, because remember, we're making this sweet and sour. So we kind of want a nice sweet and sour taste when you bite into it right away. And this is another way where you can buy a ham that, you know, in this case it costs $8 and something, and you can cut it up to make many meals. Other than that, if let's say if you're a family of 2 or 4, you may not want to buy a whole big ham because you may get tired of eating it if you cook it all at once, right? So another option. And the reason why I'm showing you how to cut it up today is this is going to be for my Thanksgiving celebration. And you have 2 choices. You can carve it in front of people, and if you do that, you know, you may or may not have enough to feed everybody. Or you can carve it now and you can enjoy your company, and it's already cut. Plus the sweet and sour sauce will be able to coat it better if you cut it now. Okay? Alright, so look, here's the bone, right? There is a bone in the middle of this, and this is the back end of the bone here. Okay? Here's the front and the back. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut straight through until I can't cut no more. The bone will stop you at some point. Okay, so let me show you what I did just now. You see where I cut that? Okay. So now I want to just cut around this bone until I can free up a whole piece. There we go. So you can see right away that I've cut off a big chunk, right? Okay. And so we want to keep doing that until we actually free up the ham around the bone. So I'm just going to put this on the plate over here. Okay, so now I'm working on this section here. Just keep following along this bone to see if you can get through. You can somewhere. You might have to maneuver here or there, but you can get through. Okay, here's another big chunk. Okay. So that's 2. I want to cut this piece of fat out right here. Okay. So that's 2. Now we have this portion left here, which is a little more difficult because we're getting closer to the bone. But just keep moving your knife around. That's the 3rd piece. Alright, now I got to work on this last section. Just keep working around the bone as much as you can. Okay, so we're getting to cut to smaller pieces now. Okay. This bone is good to cook beans or like pea soup or pinto beans or any kind of beans, black-eyed peas, okay? This is what this is good for, this bone, okay? So you don't have to use it now. You can freeze it if you want and then take the bone out when you're ready to make some beans and cook it then with the beans, okay? Okay, so in our case, I'm going to save it for that time. If you see any more spots where you think you might have meat, you can cut that off. See, there was another spot there. Okay? So you get the idea now. Alright? Okay, so I'm going to put this in a bag and then we're going to work on cutting up that ham that we have now free from the bone. And so before we go, let's just look at this. Okay? So let's say you're a family of 4, right? Just cutting this fat off. You can tell Grandma Ray don't like fat. Okay, so family of 4. This would be big enough for a whole meal. You see what I'm saying? So that could be one meal if you wanted to do it for that purpose. This is a huge one here. This could feed at least, I would say, 6 people. Okay, so this would be 2 meals. And this and these pieces here would be 3 meals. You see? So you can see how you can buy something that costs, in this case, $9, right? And you can cut it up and make many meals. So in this case, we could make 3 meals here, plus the bone is 4 meals. So that's about what, less than $2.50 a meal for the ham, and you would get 4 meals. That is a good deal. Okay, let me wash my hands. I'm gonna bag up the bone, and then I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay guys, so we're back on our ham. I have some cranberry fruit sweet and sour sauce that I made in another segment. This is gonna go in our pan with the ham. So I poured half of this in there, and you can go over and check that segment out, and then you'll know how to make this. And the other half I'm going to save to put on the top. Okay, so it's pretty thick, so I'm going to add some water to that, because once it goes in the oven, of course it will get thicker, right? So you want it to get back to this thickness, but not starting out, because you don't want this to all harden up to one hard mess in the oven. Okay, so this is a 6-ounce glass of water, and I'm going to add all 6 ounces to thin that out. So now let me let you see that. See, it's running. We sort of like that. And I'll see if I'm going to add some more water in a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to sit this up here. Okay, so now, remember we cut the ham off the bone. So now we're going to just cut the ham up, okay? So I'm just going to take, I want this layer here off. This is the smoke pot, which is okay if you want the smoke flavor, but we want a sweet and sour flavor today. So this outer piece I'm taking off. I can use that in some greens or something. Okay, so now just gonna cut this in half. See that? Okay, and now I want to just cut thick slices. I'll show you how thick I'm cutting it. That's pretty thick, right? And it's okay if it comes apart or something. It's all right. Okay, and now we're just going to put it, let me make sure you can see the pot. There we go. We're going to put it right in. And the purpose of cutting it up, we want that sweet and sour sauce to be all over that ham everywhere. Taking that fat off. Okay, and now we gotta cut this part. Let's see. Let's go this route. Have some fat here I want off. Okay, we're going to put that in. Okay. So let me let you see so far what's going on. So you can see you can get quite a lot when you cut it up, right? Okay, now remember we had some little pieces. That's why it doesn't matter whether they're little or not, because it's all going in here like so. Okay, right in. Okay, now we're going to cut this up. That fat off. Okay, now we're almost down to the end. Okay, let me just wipe this counter and then I'm going to show you. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you how much we yield. You can see that's a whole lot, right? And you get a lot more out of the ham this way as if you was to slice it, because sometimes it's wasted. So I just want to mix the raw ham into the sweet and sour cranberry sauce, so it gets all over it. Okay, now that I've mixed that in, I want to put the rest of this on the top. Let me see. I want to save this little portion here for my breakfast in the morning. I think I'll have some pancakes with this. Why not? Okay, so now I'm going to get some more water. Another 6 ounces of water. And I'm going to pour it over here. Pour in half first so I can check it out. And then I'm going to pour another. So now I got 3/4 of the glass of water. I think that that's plenty of water. Yeah, it's running. Sorry. Okay, so I just added 3/4 of this 6 ounce glass of water. Okay. Now I'm going to put the rest over here. Okay, and this is going to have to work for my thumbnail. Oh, and by the way, guys, this part here I saved, okay? You see that? So I'm going to cut that up, and I'll have that with ham and eggs for breakfast. How about that? I can get quite a few breakfasts out of here, or maybe dinner for 2 or 3. How about that? Pretty cool, right? Okay, let me just clean this so I can get me a nice thumbnail. Okay, there we go. Now let me get a thumbnail on this. Thumbnail. Okay, I hope that worked. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven on I'm gonna put it on 400 because there's no reason to have it lower than that. 400 would work. Okay, and we're probably talking about maybe 35-40 minutes until it reaches the temperature of 155. Okay, all right, so we'll be back then. Okay, thanks for hanging around. Okay guys, our cranberry fruity sweet and sour glazed ham is done, and that did take about 40 minutes. So you want to also check your thermometer and make sure it's reading at least 155. Okay, all right, so it's too hot for me to pick up, so what I want to do is show you if I can. There it is. And that is also the thumbnail because I can't pick it up. But what I can do is I can taste it for you. Okay? Let me do that. Okay, I'm just going to get me some. You can see how that looks on the plate. Oh wow guys, it smells so good. Let me let you look at that. How about that, huh? Okay, so let me take a taste and just cut me a piece. Oh wow, very soft. First of all, it has that ham so tender. That's number one. And the fruity taste is definitely a surprise. I also taste a little bit of tanginess of the lemon juice. You're going to be quite pleased. Okay? Alright, I'm out. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for subscribing. And if you're a new subscriber, I welcome you. And share the video. And until then, God bless.